Hello, from wonderful sunny Wiltshire. This is my third Amazon Live broadcast today and my fourth broadcast in total. Um, I enjoy live video, that's why I do it. I was asked the other day by Grant Saunders why I do this, and it's because I enjoy it, which is good. So, thank you for watching live on Facebook. We're about to go over to Amazon. Before we do, I have to copy and paste something and connect. And it says we're now okay there, so I can click preview and go live, and we're going live on Amazon for the third time today. Okay, and 3, 2, 1, we're live on Amazon, and when the countdown clock is finished, we should be live on Facebook and YouTube as well. But our thrust today, as always at this time, is Amazon Live. And this is my regular show. This is 11 a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. in the UK. This is Stephen on Amazon Live, broadcasting from, let's see where we're broadcasting from. Helps to put the logo on the screen. And there we have it. Broadcasting from BeLive. Okay, BeLive, 8 people on screen, play a YouTube video, show images, well, I'm going to show you everything during this live broadcast, but I'm so grateful to be here. And I know my good friends are actually broadcasting live on Amazon Live today. Marco is here, and we're having a whale of a time actually talking about things that we enjoy talking about, which are the items in the carousel. Now, we're all independent broadcasters. We do not work for Amazon. The reviews we give are our honest reviews. We'll point out the best features. We'll point out any problems that we've had with the kit we use. Now, as far as the items in the carousel are concerned, I use 75% of them on a regular basis. If you've got any questions, then just ask me. So let's get things underway. So welcome to the broadcast. And this is Stephen live from England. In actual fact, this is Lights, Camera, Action with Stephen. And just to emphasize, in case you forget, you are watching Stephen live from Wiltshire, England. Wiltshire is a county where you'll find Stonehenge, Avebury, Salisbury, Courts Garden, so many places to visit. In actual fact, if you're thinking of visiting England, and you should, then you can get a coach from London, which will take you direct to Stonehenge. After Stonehenge, it will take you to Salisbury. So you can see some of the best of English history if you actually join us and take the coach. Takes you there, takes you back. Okay. And as I just said, I am broadcasting from BeLive to Amazon Live, and I'm grateful to everybody who's joined me. Thank you for joining me on Amazon Live on this special day. If I scroll down here, the reason that we're all excited is because, wait for it, today is Amazon Prime Day, and this is Amazon Prime Day, day 1, and tomorrow is Amazon Prime Day, day 2. Now that means that some of the items in my carousel are in fact deals of the day. When I do get to a deal of the day, I'll actually point it out to you, and that's the best price that you can get on Amazon. And some of them, well, a lot of them are actually bargains. Okay, now this show is called, as I go back up here, I'm scrolling back up to the top. I write everything down so I don't forget. This show is called Lights, Camera, Action with me. And what we're actually doing is we're actually looking at, if I take that off screen so you get a better view, we're looking at webcams, microphones, audio gear, live video, and Fitbits. And if you've got any questions, then please do ask. I'm going to hide that now and come back to me. Now, that camera that you can see, if I go and switch my camera on, okay, and switch round, the camera you're watching now, the big camera, is the Ultrawide Tiny 4K camera, and it's down in the carousel. Now, the thing about the Ultrawide Tiny 4K camera is, this is going to be blindingly obvious, I know, it will be blindingly obvious, but the 4K camera is 4K, okay, and it's also 4x zoom, so you can zoom in. Okay, now I'm going to give you a demonstration of the camera, the main features of it. But the thing is, you're actually watching the camera. Okay, this is it. Now, the first thing about the Oberspot is that if I go here and go to the desktop, I can actually show you an Oberspot. Okay, this is one in captivity. This is an Oberspot. They look the same. I've got two of them. I'm so impressed by them. I went and bought the second one. I've got the standard 1080p and I've got a 4K one as well. What you have is a lens on top of a camera body. The camera body is on a dual 2-axis gimbal, which means it can pan up and down. It can pan left and right. It can tilt up and down, and it can zoom. PTZ. Now, to get a PTZ camera for under $200, that's 4K. I mean, this is serious. This is a serious piece of kit. Now, it's controlled by software. So if you watch the lens there, I'll show you the software in a couple of minutes. If you watch the lens there, if you want the camera to go to sleep, yeah, then basically what you can do is press the sleep button and just watch it. Okay, what the lens does is it turns in onto the camera body and it is most definitely asleep. It can't see anything until you resume and it wakes back up again and points where you actually asked it to point. Now I can control where the camera's looking, okay, using, yeah, so that one will be looking at the monitor. This one is looking at me, and then turn it again and it will go and it will look outside. Okay, you see it swiveling until it gets right round and it's looking out my window, and I'll show you that view in a moment, and then we can come back. So it is on a dual, it's on a 2-axis gimbal, which means it can turn and point. Now, the other thing is if I come back to here, yeah, is that it can go to the garden. Okay, that's a live shot looking out over the garden. I can, using the software, I can zoom out to show that we're looking through a window. Yeah, and then I can zoom back in again, 4x zoom. I can move the camera up and down. Okay, I can take it back to where it was. Okay, I can put it pointing at my desktop, so it's now pointing down at the desktop, which is where you can see the second Oberspot. You can also see other things that are in my carousel. You can see the Logitech C920X. The X stands for extra. You can see the 4-way USB hub, which is allowing me to have 2 cameras and 2 microphones. You can see the Echo Dot. I'm not going to say her name because she is live. TP-Link Wi-Fi, which I'm actually using to broadcast out to you today. The X3 Pro earbuds. Oh, you can't see them. Okay, I'm going to bring them closer. The X3 Pro earbuds are there. Okay, so those are the earbuds, and I'm going to go closer to the camera. Put them down. Next to that is I knocked the Wi-Fi. Next to that, AfterShokz. Then we have over here, and I do need to make a bit of space so you can actually see it. This is the Samsung Galaxy S22, which we'll be taking a closer look at in a moment. In the background is a chess set. The story behind this chess set is that I bought this chess set over 20 years ago, and it's a Greek mythology chess set. It is down in the carousel. It includes the board, and it's a beautiful chess set, beautifully engineered. If I take one of the pieces and hold it up to camera, you can see the quality of the casting of each individual piece. Absolutely brilliant. And if you are a chess player, then my move is D2 to D4. The next move is yours. Now, I want to say thank you for actually watching me live today. I'm here to help. Okay, it's my job to help you. I don't work for Amazon. I'm an independent broadcaster. I'm here to help you. And if you've got any questions about live broadcasting, just ask. If you've got any questions about anything you can't sell, just ask. So let's go back to the camera we were watching, and let's go back to me. So this is the PTZ camera. It's a 4K camera from OBSBOT, and it's on the desktop at the moment. And now it's going to come to the garden, okay, and then it's going to come back to me. Okay, now the thing about this is that it's got 3 presets, and the basic thing about presets is that you can adjust them at any time. So I could zoom in if I wanted. Okay, let's zoom in a bit more than that. Okay, you can zoom in as much as you want, and then you can go back to where you were, and you can pan right. If I pan to the right, yeah, I can pan to the left and up a bit, and you've gone to the chest set, and I can come back to me. So using the software, you've got total control of the camera. And if you buy a camera, if you buy a Logitech camera, download Logitech software. If you buy an OBSBOT camera, download the OBSBOT software. Now I'm going to show you what the software looks like, because I'm doing all this moving about, and I think it's good that if I can actually just show you what the software looks like. So I'm going to load up the software. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the software full screen. Okay, let's go for this. So this is the software that controls the OBSBOT. Okay, I'm just going to take the logo off. You know you're watching me on BeLive, but I'm going to take the logo off so we can see more clearly. You can see, if I apply, that's probably a good idea. You can see that the OBSBOT software is actually controlling 2 cameras. Okay, and if I go off full screen, you can see me and me. Okay, we don't need that me. Okay, we just need this me. Okay, so looking at the software can control 2 cameras. I can switch between the 2 cameras, and you can see at the bottom on the first camera, I've got it pointed at me, I've got it pointed at the desktop, and I've got it pointed me, desktop, garden. Okay, those are the 3 presets. The second camera is pointed at the BenQ monitor. I'll show you this in a minute. It's pointed at me and it's pointed outside. So I've got 6 different views that I can use in a live broadcast. Now, if a live broadcast was Zoom, you'd certainly blow people's mind if you had an OBSBOT, because you're able to do up to 3 different presets and switch between them and alter them. The next thing I can do is I can tap the lock. Now I'm going to show you what happens if I tap the lock. So let's go side by side. That's probably the best way to do it. So I'm going to go side by side. So on the left, you can see me. What I need to do is just change the screen display slightly so that you get a better, I'm going wide angle, so you get a better appreciation. And apply. So I'm now next to the software, and I'm going to go here. Okay, so you've got a wide angle view, which is important. The first thing is that using the software, I can zoom out. So I'm just going to zoom out. Okay, and you can now see more of my office. Now, if I didn't have the software, this is the default view for the OBSBOT Tiny. So when you get an OBSBOT Tiny, do download the software. Having downloaded the software, then you can set it up exactly as you want, and you can look like you're broadcasting in front of a brick wall. Okay, even though you're not. Okay, as you've probably gathered by now, if I zoom out again, the brick wall is in fact a photography backdrop which has been spread over a green screen. That's how I'm working the magic. That's how it seems like I'm in front of a brick wall. The reason for not using the green screen is that if I want to show you something on camera, if I was using background removal software, you wouldn't be able to see this. It would be lost in the green screen. Okay. So the next place I'm pointed at is the desktop. Okay, so I'm going around to the desktop now, and as you've just seen, I can actually, if I just make one change, just let me, bear with me a minute, it'll be worth it. Make one change. I'm just going to take the mirror off so that we can see it the right way around. Okay, it's live. I'm here. Okay. Basically using the OBSBOT software. Remember, the OBSBOT is at a very special price today, down in the carousel. I can zoom in, yeah, and I can move things about until you're actually concentrating on the OBSBOT. This is an OBSBOT camera. Lenses at the top. You've got a dual axis gimbal underneath, and then the camera body. It's a straight USB-C connection. It's recognized straight away by your PC or Mac. The other end of the cable just plugs into your computer, and that's it. No setup required. But if you want control over the camera, then do download the software. You can mount it as I've done there. You can actually mount it. It's mounted on a tripod. If I zoom, go back to the normal setting, you can see that it's actually mounted on a tripod. I've done that so this camera actually works at eye level. In other words, it's not on the monitor at the top of me. I don't have to look up. I can look straight at the camera, which I'll show you in a second. Now back to me. And this is what makes the OBSBot so interesting. If I go full screen, okay, hopefully this will work. I hope this works. If it does, it'd be good. Okay, the thing about the OBSBot is it's got AI tracking. Okay, so I'm gonna try this. You ready? If I tap that button, okay, and I move, nothing happens. But if I tap that button again, and this time, you'll see that when I move back, the camera follows me, and when I stand up, just a minute, let's try that again, shall we? I'm on the right camera. Yes, let's just make sure. Just let me double check everything. And then, yeah, I'm on the 4K camera. So that's good. I want to tap unlock. And if I stand up, this is when the demonstration goes perfectly. I'm trying to show you a feature of the OBSBot, and the OBSBot ain't playing. Just a minute. Okay, I'm going to try this. I'm determined. Just a minute. Don't go anywhere. This is fun. I'm going to switch to my second OBSBot, and hopefully that will work. Okay, so we're going to go blank for a minute, and then I'm back. Oh, wait a minute. Just a moment. Just a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute. Bet you've guessed what's gone wrong, haven't you? Okay. I bet you guessed what went wrong then. Okay, let's try again. Let's try it with the OBSBot camera, because I can only say it's my third Amazon Live broadcast today. Let's try again. So if I stand up, okay, this camera, whew, the camera will actually follow me as I stand up and move about. Now I'm moving to within 90 degrees of my monitor. I made a total mess of my carpet. I'm going to have to do some running repairs. Just a minute. Oh, the camera's going to follow me doing this, but I need to do that. Okay, I'm back. So the point I wanted to make here, and hopefully I've made it, is that the camera actually follows you as you move about. Just let me try again. The camera will follow you as you move about. Take my word for it. Okay, that was good. Just a second. Let's try that again. Okay, the camera will follow you. Oh, darn. The camera will follow you as you move about. It's good when you get there in the end. Okay, you now know that the wall behind me is not a brick wall. It's actually a photography backdrop draped over a green screen. But the beauty of the OBSBot, and this is why I love the OBSBot, is that as I walk around the office, the OBSBot is actually adjusting the angle so I stay in frame with headroom, all done automatically. So if you were a teacher in front of a class, professor in front of a class, you could turn the OBSBot upside down, you could set it to record, and you can record the whole lecture. And as the teacher moves about the days and writes on the whiteboard, you could record it all perfectly using the OBSBot. So OBSBots are brilliant for educational purposes. They're also pretty good when you're doing an Amazon Live and you press the right buttons and select the right camera. But I'm taken with OBSBots, and I'm going to show you another reason why OBSBots are the best. To do that, I'm going to go back to my desktop. That, as you've probably gathered by now, gives me a chance to sit down. Okay, so I'm sat down again, and we can come to me. Okay, so that was an imperfect demonstration of why the OBSBot is so good. And the OBSBot is down in the carousel, and it is $199 today, which is 26% off. And we say hello to Corinda, who's saying, "Hey, Stephen, just checking comments are working in the studio." And Corinda has commented, just checking, just testing, comments working in the studio. Comments are working in the studio. If you, right, as you know, we're broadcasting on BeLive. If you make a comment in the studio, as Corinda has done, then I can see it in my studio and show it on screen. If you've got any questions at all about anything in the carousel, about live broadcasting, about Amazon, about, well, if you've got a question, I'll do my best to answer it. And thank you for the comment and for the testing, Corinda. Corinda is a very good friend who lives near Heathrow Airport, near London, and he is a live broadcaster on Amazon. Corinda, if you want to put your link in for your Amazon shop, then please do, and we'll get people to actually take a look at your videos, because, as I say, Corinda broadcasts on Amazon Live. There are 6 Englishmen broadcasting Amazon Live, and we are happy and proud to be here. And today, obviously, being Amazon Prime Day, yes, it's Amazon Prime Day today and tomorrow, which means, well, for me, it means I can go live 6 times over 2 days, and nobody says what you're doing, because I'm on Amazon Live, Amazon Prime. Now, my background is that if I go over here, I've been broadcasting live for the last 6 years, since Facebook Live started. I work for BeLive as a content creator, and I do live video for BeLive 6 to 7 times a month, and I help people to go live. That's what I do. I'm a Udemy instructor, and I help people to go live. Another comment coming in for Corinda, who's on Amazon, and Corinda is saying, sure, I'm live. Okay, and that's the link to Amazon, Corinda's Amazon page. If you want to copy and paste that. At the moment, there are no clickable links on Amazon Live. We're at the beginning. I mean, this is a free service for you, okay, to answer your questions and to entertain you whilst you're actually surfing Amazon, okay? We are here to entertain you. Okay, Robbie Williams, I'm not, but I am English, okay? So let's go back to my main camera. So if we go back, actually, I don't want to be here. I want to be here. This is going to be fun. Okay, what I'm going to do, I made a list earlier of the main features of the OBSBot, which is down in the carousel, and I'm just going to talk about them. And I noticed that the screen is actually moving. Wish it had done that earlier. Okay. Right, so it wasn't you. The screen was actually moving. Okay. As I moved, the screen moved. So we're talking about, and you're watching, the OBSBot Tiny PTZ, Pan, Tilt, Zoom, yeah, PTZ 4K webcam. Now, it's 4K, and that means that it's the highest definition we can get, 720, 1080, 4K through the roof. The bigger the number, the more pixels there are, the better the quality of the picture. And you can use your camera, your OBSBot now, to broadcast live to YouTube, which is absolutely brilliant. And I've done that. I broadcast live to YouTube, and the quality is stunning. If you compare 720, 1080, 4K, well, there is no comparison. It just blows you away. And if you've got this camera, you can use OBS or vMix or XSplit Broadcaster, and you can broadcast live to YouTube. You can go from OBS to YouTube for free in 4K. And the thing is that we're ahead of the game. Having a 4K camera is the highest that we can, webcam is the highest that we can do at the moment. And we're ahead of the game. We're before anybody else gets in with more 4K cameras, we can practice, make perfect, and attract people to our glorious 4K broadcasts. Okay, as we've already seen, the OBSBot is AI powered and autofocus, which I don't think I've got switched on. I wish I had. It might have been easier. It's a video conference camera. Now, if you've got people sat around the table and you're controlling the software, which you can do from PC or Mac, then you can get the camera to point to every individual around the table in turn. The camera is in the center of the table and it will pick up everybody talking. So if you want to do a conference broadcast, then OBSBot is the camera because it can tilt round. If we go, I'll show you later why this is so beneficial, but it is a conference camera, genuine conference camera. It has dual omnidirectional microphones. In other words, it picks up the sound all around you, okay? Omnidirectional, which means that you need some sort of noise reduction software, which I'll come to. Now, we've seen, if demonstrated properly, you've got auto tracking with a 2-axis gimbal. Next to that, you've got low light auto correction. If I switch my light off, and I know I've got it on, just a minute, I need some software. Everything's better with software. Okay, I'm a software guy. I write software, and I just need to go to apps, and hopefully I can load the app. Okay, I could reach over and switch it off, but that would be self-defeating. What I want to do is to actually switch the light off to show you low light correction. I'm just waiting for the software itself to load. Hopefully it will. Hopefully I press the right button. Anything's possible on Amazon Live. So I can go there and the software is loading as I speak and it's nearly ready. It's almost ready. It's thinking about it and it's there. And now I can genuinely go here and I can switch the light off. Now, if I switch the light off, the camera will autocorrect. I have no lights at all in my office at the moment. The camera will autocorrect, low light correction. If I switch the light back on, which is going to be easier than switching it off, I'm now better lit and you can see me more clearly. Lighting is important, and I'll come to that during this broadcast. Okay, the OBSBot camera has gesture control. That means start following. That means stop following. That means zoom in. That means zoom out. So you can control the camera with your hands without being anywhere near the computer. All right, okay, and it says it's got dual omnidirectional microphones with noise reduction. That's important. Noise reduction is important. If you're broadcasting on Zoom, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch, and your dog barks, everybody will hear your dog unless you have noise reduction, in which case only you will hear the dog. Important feature. We've seen it's got 3 presets. Let's just go through that. Me, the desktop, the garden, and me again. So 3 preset positions that you can actually switch between. Now you can set them up, you can change them whilst you're live, you can reset them. Everything that you want to do with presets is now part of the system. It's got AI tracking, which when I stood up worked eventually. It's got versatile. And if I go here, and I mean to go here, if we look at the desktop, okay, what you've got is that this OBSBot is on a tripod, okay, which means that I can have this camera at eye level. I'll show you in a moment. So let's finish up with the OBSBot and come back to me. Okay, we'll get there. Okay, and coming up the home straight. Now I've got 2 OBSBots, which means that I've got 6 views from my 2 OBSBots, which I showed you a moment ago. I just want to change theme because the type's too big. Okay, so that's the OBSBot. Now, just to finish this off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go blank for a moment, and I just want to explain something. So I'm not going anywhere important, but I do need to make a change. I'm just going to go there. So bear with me. This will work. I'm sure it will work. Okay, I'm going to go there. I'm going to go blank for a minute and then I'll be back. So you can still hear me. And now, right, okay. This is the Oberspot camera you looked at a moment ago, which is on the tripod. And I've got 3 presets. The first one of which is this. This is my BenQ monitor, which is down in the carousel there. That is the Oberspot Tiny 4K, which we were just looking at a moment ago. There's the Logitech Brio camera, which we may look at later, and that is a Logitech Litra light. So 3 of them are positioned on top of my BenQ monitor. The light is next to the Brio on purpose, and that's normally where a camera would live. So the Brio lives there, and it's got a 90-degree field of view. Just a minute. It's got, I'm trying to get to the right camera, hang on a minute. It's got a 90-degree field of view. So that is its view out there from that corner outwards. That went well, didn't it? Right, so the first view is the monitor, and because this is an Oberspot, I can zoom in whilst I'm live, and I can go up. Just a minute. Let me do this properly. I can go up, I can go down, I can go left, I can go right, I can go down. And if I totally mess it up, this is my Microsoft Surface Book 2, also down in the carousel. That's a notepad. Okay, so what I'm going to do is come back to me. Now, this is important. This is the camera that we looked at a moment ago. This is still an Oberspot camera. We've got 2 Oberspots on show today. The 1080p, which I'm looking at now, and the 4K. Now, we're looking at both of them because they're both on discount today, and they're both great value. They'll both have 3 presets. They have, the camera I'm looking at now has got 2 times zoom. The 4K camera has 4 times zoom. So 4K 4 zoom, and this is 2. The thing is, though, that the Oberspot, you can put it on top of a tripod, which this is, and the camera is actually at eye level. So I'm looking straight at the camera. I don't have to. Let's just look at this for a moment. If I go to back to the monitor, if I'm broadcasting and I'm broadcasting using the Oberspot here, I have to look up at the camera because my natural reaction is to look straight forward around about there. But I've got consciously to look up. If I put the camera on a tripod, I'm probably preaching to the converted here. I'm aware of that. But if you put the camera on a tripod, then you can look straight into the camera. And the problem has always been, when we broadcast live, if you look directly into the camera, it looks to the person watching you that you're looking straight at them. Your concentration, my concentration is totally on you, watching on Amazon Live. Because I'm looking directly at the camera, you feel that and you sense that. Okay, and you're not getting a side view, you're getting a straightforward look into the lens view. And this is, to me, is a great way to actually broadcast. It's a great way to actually demonstrate product as well. I could actually show you this case for the Samsung Galaxy S22. I could actually show you the Samsung Galaxy S22 itself. So it gives you great flexibility to actually have the camera on top of a tripod. So coming back, and then the other thing you can do is that this camera can look outside, and it's going to go round past the monitor, past my walking medals, past the Logitech Litra light, and this is the looking outside. And Alexa, what's the temperature?
At the moment, it's 26 degrees Celsius. Tonight,
Alexa, stop. It's 26 degrees and very muggy. Okay, so we've had a long look at, and coming back to me, we've had a long look at both the Oberspot Tiny 4K and its brother. I'm just trying to find it now. The Oberspot Tiny is down in the carousel. I've shown you both of them. The second one is there, $129, 35% off. I love my Oberspot. Simple as that. It gives you so many possibilities when you're actually live broadcasting. Yeah. And to answer the question from Corinda, catching up. Thank you for the comments, Corinda. Krinda's saying, does it work with a virtual background? Yes. You can have a virtual background on OBSBot camera. You simply take your XSplit VCAM software, tell it that the camera is in OBSBot, and it will work. Simple as that. So you can use background removal software. And thank you for the question, Krinda. And a brilliant KH. I don't know who KH is, but I hope to get to know. I'd like to say, just a minute, I've broken something. KH, thank you very much for following me today. It is absolutely brilliant for you to do so. I do appreciate it. And you've helped make my day. Thank you. Okay, to everybody watching live, and thank you. You're watching Stephen live from Wiltshire in England, one of 6 Englishmen on Amazon Live. There are over 2,000 broadcasts on Amazon Live, and I'm grateful you're actually watching me today. Brilliant, thank you. Now, if there's anything you'd like to know about anything in the carousel, then please do ask. But my next port of call is going to be a deal of the day. And the deal of the day today is, I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go down here because it's one of my recent acquisitions. And we're going to talk about the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. This is the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. I'm just going to switch it on. This is the flagship Samsung phone. And it says, I want to get rid of that. Hang on, how do I get... Right, okay, I actually got rid of it. This is the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. And it is the flagship phone Samsung released this year. And I'm going to walk you through what it does, and then I'm going to show you some images taken with the S22. And I'm here to answer any questions about the S22, but it is a deal of the day. It is $909.99, which is quite a saving on the normal price. So let's go through some of the features and talk about it. It is 256 gig of RAM, or you can go up to 512. It's got an 8K camera and video. It does 8K video. I'm going to show you the video. Okay. It has the brightest display that they've ever had. I can attest to this. It's sunny in England. I know it's strange, but it's sunny in England. I was able to go out with the phone, and I could go to Amazon. Okay, and let's just get to a page. Okay, and go there. And just to say hello to everybody watching. See the quality of the picture there? If I try and get it there and angle it like that, you can see that we together are actually watching this broadcast, but over on Facebook. So this broadcast goes over on Facebook. People get a link to watch this live and then come over to Amazon Live. But that's the replay, well, the live play. Okay, that's my walk, which tracks all my walks. But I could read this actually out in bright sunlight, is what I'm saying. It's got an S Pen. You remember the Galaxy Note used to have an S Pen, and S Pen's then disappeared? The S Pen is back. And just using it, if you just give me a second, I can I get rid of that? Okay. Oh, Amazon. That was quick, wasn't it? You can actually use the pen to write, which is brilliant. You can also use the pen to scroll. And I'm trying to get out of this. Okay, all notes. And I've got lots of handwritten notes. This is one. Hello, Krinda. And Krinda's watching an Amazon Live. So you can write notes. You can even write notes when the phone is switched off, and you can save the notes. So if you think of something, then you can just write yourself a quick note, save it, and act on it later. It's just even when the phone is switched off or dormant. It has a long life battery. Okay, charge it overnight and it goes for 24 hours plus, whether you're recording videos or watching videos. It is, let's go back to the front screen and go over here. It is 8K super steady video. So when you go shooting mobile video, then it's in 8K, and this phone has a built-in stabilizer, which means that it stabilizes the video. You don't need a gimbal anymore. My friend Guy Cook said he'd got himself the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra and he no longer needed a gimbal. Yeah, it's that good, because there are two modes. There's the normal mode, which allows you to shoot 8K video, or you can dial it down to 1080, which is still HD, and it will be super stabilized. And I've seen an example of that, and I'm impressed. The next feature is that it's got nightography. Now, nightography is a made-up word. It's going to surprise you, I know, but nightography stands for taking photographs at night. I'm going to show you in a moment, 2 minutes. I'm going to show you some photographs taken during the day and at night. 108 megapixel. Now, the cameras are on the back. Okay, just let me put the S Pen down. You've got lenses. You've got a 108 megapixel lens. You've got a 3x zoom, 10x zoom, and the nightography lens. And because of this case, and I'll tell you what the case is in a moment, I can cover the lenses up to protect them, and then I can uncover them as we go back there. Okay. It has adaptive color contrast. I know that because it adapts when I'm out in bright sunlight. Okay, next feature is it's got a long-lasting battery. We've talked about that. It's got fast charging if you get a brick. You need an external brick to do that. And going back over to, I'll come to a comment in a minute. It's got the embedded S Pen. Now, the thing about the S Pen is not only can you write notes and actually scroll and do stuff, but the S Pen also has air gestures. So if you set your camera up to take a photograph, you don't need to press the button on the camera. You can just do an air gesture and shot is taken. Good, isn't it? I'm impressed. Okay. And it's unlocked by Samsung. Okay, so you can go to your favorite carrier, get the SIM card, put it in the phone, and you're running and away. The phone itself is 6.8 inches high. Okay, and I'll come to a solution, well, how to carry that in a minute. It's got a WQ HD and Edge screen. It's 120 hertz, but it's an adaptive 120 hertz. So it can go from 120 down. Okay, and then as far as charging is concerned, it charges at 5,000 milliamps, wireless charging at 15 watts, 45 watt charging with a brick, and it's got wireless power share. And going down here, just to re-emphasize, the rear camera is 108 megapixels, the front camera is 40 megapixels. So some power here. The phone itself was released on February 9th, 2022, and I've had mine for 10 days and I'm very happy with it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over here. So it's released 9th of February. So I'm going to go over here and let's go here, and I'm going to show, oh, wait a minute. I've lost it. How can that happen? Okay, I'm going to bring it full screen. Okay, so it's coming full screen. I'm going to go picture and I'm going to hide, switch that camera off. I'm going to hide that. I can stop sharing. In actual fact, that will stop it. And I'm going to go picture in picture. I'm going to put the phone on the stand. Now, there are a couple of accessories I've got for the phone, which I'll describe to you in a moment. But what I thought I'd show you as I come back here is some photographs taken with the S22 Ultra. I just need to go picture in picture. Okay, so with picture in picture, here's a presentation I made earlier to show you what the camera in the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra can do. All right, our first picture, this is Devizes. I live in Devizes, which is in Wiltshire, 93 miles from London. This is a man-made pool called the Crammer, and it's basically we get a lot of visitors from all around the world visiting this pool, and they've all got two wings. Birds from all around come to congregate. Swans, pigeons, ducks all congregate at the Crammer. It's a central amenity in Devizes for people to just chill. And I just love this composition of this photograph taken with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra in July. And behind the bush, the tree on the left, is St. James's Church, which is our local church. So this is a park, if you like, but it's a lake park. The next photograph is the road into Devizes. This used to be the Hold coaching route where the coaches from forward would go. Now it's just a side road, but it does lead into the town centre. I like the composition of this picture. You've got the cars on the left in the parking spaces, and you have the shop on the right with its goods for sale in front. Now, we mentioned a few moments ago nightography. This is nightography. This is Samsung nightography. This is Devizes, our patio at night, taken with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, and the image was taken at 11 o'clock at night. It was decidedly dark outside. Okay, it was very dark. And finally, I'm well known for actually showing chickens on my Amazon Live broadcast. But what we're going to bring in now is a Shire horse. Now, this is one of 4 Shire horses in Devizes working for Wadworth Brewery. Their job is to take cask ale from the brewery down to the public houses, and they do that during the week. But this was a very special day. There is a relay band which has been carried around the globe. It's gone to every Commonwealth country. Then it's come to Devizes. Then it went to Stonehenge. Then it went to Bath. And this is a photograph I took in July. And there is the Shire horse. So this show includes not only Shire horses, but chickens too. Okay, and the final photograph I'm going to show you, I'm just going to show you what you can do with a photograph. So I've made this look, well, I'm not sure which version I like. Okay, right, back to me. So those are photographs taken with the S22, which proves what a good camera it is. But the question was, what does video look like? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play you a short video. I'm going to play you a clip from it, and I'm going to bring my friends on screen. This is the only show in which you can see chickens. The only show on Amazon Live that has chickens. Okay, we keep chickens, and I'm going to explain why. But this video was created using the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, and I am now going to stop talking and press go live. With the Samsung S22 Ultra, and we're in the garden on a beautiful sunny day. It's about 31 degrees, and let's take a walk down the path and see what we can find. Okay, now what I'm checking is the sound quality and also the video quality. So let's see how this works. So I can pan round. Okay, and I'm going to go onto the grass, and this is our newer wildflower garden, and the right hand side is taking off slowly, but the left hand side is firmly established. As I go round again and down the garden. Okay, Angelica put a lot of work into getting the garden into the state it's in, and I want to take you down now to the new table and chairs that we've got. Chairs are covered up to protect them because, as you can see, we are out in the countryside and birds can actually fly over, which is not a good idea. But this is our brand new table, and we saw it in the local garden centre and thought, let's have that. So we did, we bought it. Okay, now over here is our wild animal enclosure, and if I go around the corner we should see, hopefully they're camera friendly, but if I go around here we should be able to see, hello chickens, hello. Okay, and we've got 4 chickens in total. They're all rather camera shy. Yeah, and they're turning away from the camera. They know what's going on. They know they're being filmed. Apart from the one who's going to be a star someday. Okay, and this is an igloo, which is where they live. And it's very easy to maintain. Chickens are easy to maintain. And we're actually currently getting 4 eggs a day. And the chickens were rescue chickens. In other words, they had been kept for their egg laying. After 2 years they let the chickens go, and then the chickens have got to be rehoused, and we actually managed to get hold of 4. So these are all about the same age and will go on for 2 or 3 years laying eggs for us, and we're currently getting 25 eggs a week. Okay, I'm back. I just need to make a check, just a second. I'll explain that video in a second. I'm just going over to my phone and I'm just going to check. Okay, I'm back. I just need to make a check, just a second. Right, okay. The check was that I was still, you could still hear me. Okay, because when you play video, sometimes it goes awry. And I just want to catch up with a comment made earlier. Oh, brilliant. And I've got a comment coming, happy Amazon Prime Day for Monty Weaver. Now, Monty made that comment 11 minutes ago. I got carried away with what I was doing. So Monty, if you're still here, welcome. And thank you for watching live. Monty is, we all go to Monty for any help with Amazon Live. And he just is, well, Monty is helpful, very helpful to everybody who's involved in Amazon Live. He does Amazon Live training, and a shout out to you, sir. If you're still here and you'd like to put a link into your store on Amazon Live, I've no doubt Monty is broadcasting live today. So if you can, just catch him. And thank you for that. Appreciate it. Totally. Okay, we're a family. We're all independent broadcasters. We all enjoy being live on Amazon Live. We love helping. We love listening. And if you've got any questions, then please do ask. Okay, and from me too, happy Amazon Prime Day. Okay, now, I was asked this morning, now, some of the things I'm going to show you are deals of the day, that's fair enough. But I was asked this morning, when you first buy a new phone, the first thing you do is to buy a case for it. And the case I bought, I was asked about this morning, and it wasn't in the carousel. So this case is now in the carousel, and it's everything you want in a case. It covers up it covers up the lenses on the back of the camera. It is sturdy and it protects your camera. If you've got a mobile camera, you need, and this is 6.8 inches, fits the phone like a glove. It also, if you click link in the carousel, you may well find it works with the iPhone 12, iPhone 13. So this camera case works with a lot of different cameras. Now, the thing is, he said, the next thing in the carousel, okay, this phone is big. It's 6.8 inches. And if you're a guy or a gal wearing jeans and you put this in your pocket, you might actually be a guy putting this in your pocket. It's 6.8 inches long. That's not the best way to carry a large mobile phone. So I went looking and I had this idea that basically what you could do is you could put the mobile phone in a case like this. Okay, so let's do this. This is a live demonstration. I'm taking the phone and I'm putting the phone in the case. So the phone is in the case. It's got a magnetic flap. Close it like that. Okay, and you can still charge the phone. So, but this gives you 2 ways to carry the phone in addition to putting it in your pocket. You can put your belt, your trouser belt, your jeans belt through the loop there, and you can carry it. And I've tested this. I think this is a brilliant idea. The case itself is one piece of leather. Okay, it smells like leather. It is real leather. Okay, it is a quality item. It's actually called Vija. So I'm guessing that the guy who created this, he first of all went to train in Paris, and then decided that he wanted to get into phone cases, designed his own range, came back to his homeland, and he started making Vija cases. This is a good example of one. As I say, your belt goes through there, and you're carrying the phone around. You can quickly unflip it, and you can take the phone out, he said, with two hands, and there's the phone out of the case, and then you just goes down into the case like that. Snug fit. So if you've got a phone, this case works again for the iPhone 12 and 13 and for the Samsung Galaxy S22. It's a beautiful carrying case, one piece of leather. You can also use the carabiner that comes with it to attach to your belt if you want to do it that way. I have noted though, I mean, I read the reviews on Amazon before I actually went and got this. You can get stronger carabiners, and it's suggested that if that's the way you're going to carry it, you get a stronger carabiner because they're only dollars. But this is a well-designed case. It's well manufactured. It's got the stitching, and you can choose different colors. Okay, so if you've got a larger mobile phone and you want to keep it with you, but you don't want it in your trouser pocket or your jeans pocket, this attaches to your belt there. Fasten your belt up, and you've got the phone with you. You can take it out very quickly. You're never going to lose it. It's not going to fall out of your pocket. It's safe and secure in a quality case, which you can be seen wearing anywhere. This is a fashion accessory. It's not a man bag. No way. This is a phone case, and it's a very good one. And it's down in the carousel, and it is a great way to actually carry the phone. So there you go, a genuine leather case. Now, the next item I'm going on to is on sale today. It is 23% off. So we're sticking with the phone. I need to take the phone out of its case again. Okay, so let me take the phone out of the case, which was easy. There's the phone. Okay. Now, what you do with the phone then is you want to use it, and you can either hold it or you can put it on a stand. Now, this is the Lamicall stand that's actually down in the carousel, which is 23% off. Now, first thing about stand is you can have it like that or like that, and any angle in between. Okay. You can adjust the height. You can go down and you can go back up again. It's got a very stable base. And the thing I love about Lamicall equipment is the quality and design. This is a design classic as far as I'm concerned. It's so simple. So if I dial back there and I put it down, I can go to my other camera. Just a second. I'm going to the other camera again with the OBSBot, but I need to go. No, I need to change cameras. Just a second. This won't take a second. What I'm doing is I'm just showing you how easy it is to actually change cameras to, if I can find it. Okay, I got it. Okay, so we blanked for a minute. Don't worry about it. I'm still here. You can still hear me. And the camera will be working in a second, and we're back on screen. And we're back on screen with the tiny 4K camera. Now, what I need to do is just make an adjustment. Okay, so I'm back. But if we look at the desktop, which is why I came here, here's the stand. Yeah, and we can see the side view. We can see how you can adjust it, how you can go down and back up again. It's very simple, but you've got to want to do it because it doesn't fall of its own accord. And then you put your phone in the stand, and then you can take out and put somewhere safe. I put the S Pen somewhere. Just a minute. Can you see it? Can you see where I put the S Pen? It tried to escape. So you can then use the S Pen, and you can then scroll about, and I can go, hello, Corinda, again. I'll turn it there. And using the S Pen, you can go anywhere. And if I go so, and like that, hopefully this will work. Okay, then I can go to Facebook, I can go to The Economist. Okay, and we can go to the top story today. So this is from The Economist. And okay, and we'll come over here. But the thing is that you can use the stand practically. I use this when I'm outside. I put it on the table in front of me, and I use the S Pen. And after a few minutes, it becomes very intuitive. So that is the stand that's down in the carousel at the moment, which is $19.99, 23% off today. Okay, now the next item we're going to go to. I noticed we've done both OBSBots, haven't we? I think we've done both OBSBots. Okay, the next camera I'm going to go to is Logitech Brio. You're actually watching the Logitech Brio now. Now it's down in the carousel. It's 143.85, which is 28% off. So you'll get 28% off if you click the link in the carousel. Just let me put my S Pen back, okay, because I don't want to lose it again. So the S Pen is back in the Galaxy S22. The stand is firmly on the table. Nothing's going to fall off. Fingers crossed. Okay. So you're actually watching the Logitech Brio camera now. Okay. Now, I bought this camera for one reason. I wanted to broadcast in 4K. I want to be ahead of the game. I want to know what 4K is all about. So I got Logitech Brio, and I've had the camera now for 2 years. I've had no problems with it at all. It works perfectly. We've seen it's on the top of my monitor, and it's a workhorse. You don't need to touch it. You just plug it in. Software sees it, and everything's brilliant. I'm going to talk about the software. I'm going to show you the software that controls every Logitech camera in a couple of minutes' time. So we're going to look at the main features of the Brio. And first of all, it's a 4K webcam. Now you can broadcast in 4K to YouTube with OBS, vMix, or XSplit VCam. Any of those, you can broadcast directly to YouTube in 4K. Switch your computer off, load OBS, set your camera as the Brio, select your destination as YouTube, put it in 4K, job done. And you can broadcast out live in 4K. Now the quality, 720 is what I'm broadcasting to you at, which is DVD, 1080, and then 4K is somewhere up there. The more pixels there are, the clearer the picture. And the Brio has a very, very clear picture because it's 4K. Okay, so just to label the point, to impress, well, it's Ultra 4K HD. It has built in a noise cancelling microphone, which is important because the dog barks, only you will hear the dog, not anybody else on a Zoom call, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch. It's got HD light auto correction. If I turn my light, I'm getting all the software. If I turn my light off, yeah, then I've gone darker, but you can still see me because you don't know if you noticed there, the camera did a correction. Yeah, so you can still see me, but I feel better if I've got my Logitech Litra light on. So we're back with the light. Okay, now, next thing, next feature, before I show you the software. It's got a wide field of view. It is, I wondered how to describe this. It is a 90-degree field of view. So in other words, it can see that angle there, 90 degrees. Yeah. I'm going to show you how that works. Okay, the next thing is just to, yeah, they're boasting about it now, but it's 4 times the resolution of a typical HD webcam, which is totally true. Did I tell you this is my favorite camera? It's got auto light adjustment that I showed you a moment ago. It's called Right Light, and it's got 3 fields of view, 65, 78, and 90. I'm going to show you those shortly. It can do up to 90 frames per second. Now I'm broadcasting to you at 30 frames per second. Okay, I live near Laycock Abbey in Wiltshire, and Laycock Abbey is the home of photography. It's where the world's first photograph was taken. I'm telling you this because I could play you a video later, but for the moment, let's just say that the first picture ever in the world was taken down the road from me. Now, a video like the one you're watching now is made up of single images, pictures. And when they say it's 30 frames per second, 30 frames per second are being transmitted from A to B, 30 pictures. This camera is capable of 90 pictures a second. Now, the more pictures there are, the better the quality, which is why we go to the cinema. Yeah, we want to see more frames per second. We want to see an action movie on the big screen. Yeah, more frames per second, the better the quality of the picture. We on webcams can only get 30 frames per second. Yeah, that's the standard. The Brio camera you're looking at now can do 90. And if you want to do 90, then OBS, vMix, or XSplit Broadcaster can do that. Okay, as far as the camera is concerned, it's got versatile mounting options. You can put it on top of your monitor, as we saw a moment ago. I think we saw it on top of the monitor. I could just show you what I mean. Just a moment. Let me just change cameras there and go here. I may as well. I've got time. So I'm going to my second OBSBot camera, and my second OBSBot camera is that one. Okay, now my picture will be back now, and I should have my OBSBot picture ready to go. And if I go here and here and here, this is where that is my Logitech Brio camera. It's on top of my monitor. It could equally well be on top of a PC or Mac. Next to it is the OBSBot camera we talked about earlier, OBSBot 4K. Both those cameras are 4K. Both are on offer today. That's the Logitech Litra Grow light, the first light that Logitech ever made. Okay, and that's the monitor. This is me. I just love this camera. Okay, this is me looking at the camera, and come back to me here. So we're going with the Brio camera, which is this one. It's got versatile mounting options. You can put it either on a monitor or on a stand, a tripod. It is 4K, 1080 or 720. It was released, but it's been updated since. It's released on February 7th, 2017. I've had mine for 2 years. Now, I'm going to get and tell you that if you get a Logitech camera and you take it out of the box and you plug it into your PC or Mac, it will work. There's no problem with that. It will work. But you're only using a small percentage of what is possible. Every camera and every microphone that's been manufactured that you've bought over the years has software. Yeah, sorry about that. I just need to load the software. Has software. You bought the hardware. You can download the software for free, and it's just settling down. I think I'm okay now. I went bright for a moment there. The software is important. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you can get a piece of software called Logitech Capture, download it to your PC or Mac, and it will take control of your camera like this, whether you've got a 920, 922, 925, 930, or a Brio. Let's go. So I'm going to share my screen. So let's get the screen share working. My fingers and toes are crossed. This should work. I should be able to go there, and then I can go over here, and I can put the software full screen. Now, this is Logitech Capture. This controls the camera that you're seeing on the left-hand side of the screen now. Oh, right, sorry. We've done the devices button, really. I can hide that. We've talked to the chickens. Okay, so now I can come back, and this is the software. Now, just a tour of the software, first of all, and then I'll show it in use. With the software, you can pan to the left, you can pan to the right, you can tilt up, you can tilt down, and you can zoom. You can change the angle of view, and I'm going to describe what happens now. What I need to do is make one change to my studio. Bear with me a second. I'm going to make one change to my studio, and hopefully this will work. I'm sure it will, aren't you? Okay, and I'm going to go side by side because I want to give you a wide view. Okay, so you've got the wide view now. The software is next to me. I'm using the software to actually control things. Now, it looks like that I am sat in front of a brick wall. And that's the illusion that I want you to see. I want you to see me on the Logitech Brio, sat in front of a brick wall, hint of a chest of drawers to the side of me. But this is it. This is the view that I want you to have. But I only get this view because I've got the software, because I'll show you. Okay, if I zoom out and I zoom out again and I go to 90 degrees, this is my office. Welcome to my office. You can see the bookshelves. You can see the Lone German books. You can see my old Samsung all-in-one PC. You can see I'm not up against a brick wall. I've got a backdrop which is draped over a green screen. And this is basically, this is the camera default settings. If you don't download the software, you can't take control of the camera and you can't do what I'm about to do. When you get a camera, plug it in, it will work straight away. And you get this default view and you can use it. You don't need to do anything. I'm not saying you do. But if you download the software, I can, at the click of 3 buttons, once, twice, 3 times, I'm back to where I was. And you don't know, well, if you haven't seen it, you wouldn't know I've got an office behind me. Okay, so software. And this software in particular controls all Logitech cameras apart from the Mevo. Mevo's got its own software. 920, 922, 925, 930 Brio, all controlled by one piece of software, which you can download from Logitech.com. Just go to Logitech.com, just a minute, and search for Logitech Capture, download the software, and it will work. Okay? And you've got control of the camera using the software. Now, in addition to the physical movements, I can go, this is 65 degrees, 78 degrees, 90 degrees. That's the field of view. And I'm going to go for my favorite, which is 78. As far as the extras are concerned, I can change the color intensity. So I'm going to change the color intensity. I am going to change the color intensity. Say it 3 times and it will happen. Okay, so I'm back. I'm pretty close to where I want to be. You can change the brightness. You can change the contrast. You can change the white balance. If I take the white balance off, then perhaps that's a good idea. And it does vary, right? Okay, can we vote white balance or no white balance? We'll put it back on because that's how you're used to seeing me. The Brio has an oversaturated color set, which you get used to. Okay, so I'm at 50%. I'm going to take the auto white balance off. I'm going to come back to me. If you bought the hardware, you bought the camera, you bought the microphone, you bought any electronic widget, there is software to control it. Download the software, install it, get the most out of your purchase. You've already bought the hardware. The software is free. Okay, rant over. Let's go back to me. And I want to say a big thank you for actually watching live on Amazon Live. I am enjoying your company as we looked at the Logitech Brio, which is today 28% off. So just remind ourselves, if I go back here, okay, Logitech Brio 4K webcam, you can go live today, if you get it, onto YouTube using OBS, vMix, or XSplit Broadcaster. Okay, let's look through the carousel. We spoke earlier about the phone. Just a minute. Let me go here and go here and go, no. Oh, right. Okay. I've done that bit. I want to switch. I need to switch cameras. So forgive me a second. I'm going to switch cameras and we're going to go here. Okay. Okay, the OBSWAT Tiny 4K camera is here somewhere. I swear it is. Let's go back here for a minute. I'm actually going to look. Yeah, I'm back here. What I'm going to look for, I'm going to stop sharing that. Okay, so if I stop sharing, it'll disappear. I will appear. And you've been watching Logitech 4K webcam. What I'm trying to do is to change my other camera from that one to that one. No, that one. No, that's not it. Yeah, I think I've got it now. I wonder if I have. I have, yes. Okay. What I wanted to come through to was this. This is the Samsung Galaxy S22 we looked at earlier, the flagship phone. What I discovered was if you want to charge it, it comes with a USB-C to USB-C cable. Down in the carousel at the moment, if you've got a mobile phone which comes with a USB-C cable, the unit down in the carousel at the moment at $15.99, 20% off, will allow you to charge your phone using the USB-C cable. So Ugreen for the win. Ugreen are a brilliant company producing quality products. And if you have a mobile phone and you want to charge it using USB-C to USB-C cable to that, if you've got a mobile phone that doesn't have an audio socket, now I have a favorite lapel microphone. Okay, it's this one. This is my favorite. I use it to record my visits to Stonehenge, Avebury, everywhere. But my lapel microphone, which is in this case, which is by PowerDewise, and it says, words can change lives, record them perfectly. And I believe that. And this is my microphone, which I'm going to take out. And there's the lapel microphone. Okay. And all you do is you clip the lapel microphone to your clothing. Okay. It's down in the carousel if you just want to go. And that's it. That's the microphone setup. And the other end of it, this is a 3.5mm jack. This should plug in to the bottom of your phone. Okay. The only thing is, there isn't a 3.5mm jack on the phone, but you still want to use your trusted wired headset. The unit down in the carousel at the moment, this one, which is only $7, allows you to extend the audio lead, and then you can plug your microphone into the USB socket on your up-to-date, fabulous smartphone, and you can use the lapel microphone. Just a small widget. It is important. It's the little things that can make life easier. And I found that going around and looking for things to actually work with the beautiful Samsung S22, I've obviously found the cases that we looked at earlier, and I found the little widgets that make life a lot easier. So I'm just telling you about those so that you know and you can adjust accordingly. Okay, now we looked earlier. If I go back to this camera shot, down in the carousel is this unit, which is the phone tripod. So I've got my mobile phone on top of a tripod. As we know, I can actually use this at eye level. Come back. No, I can't. I can actually use this at eye level. Basically, it's a great tripod to put your phone or your webcam on. Okay. Next thing, we talked earlier about the chess set and the fact that I bought this chess. Just a minute. Let me move that out of the way. I bought this chess set 20 years ago. It's down in the carousel. It is a beautiful chess set. My move is D2 to D4. If you want a game of chess, you can type your move in the comments on Amazon Live. It's a beautifully crafted chess set. If I take a piece from here, you can see that the mold is absolutely brilliant. This is a beautiful chess set down in the carousel. It's there because I enjoy playing chess, really. And if you do want to challenge me to a game anytime, then you're most welcome to do so. Chess is the perfect game. Okay, it's a battle between two people, and I say this: I enjoy playing chess. I rarely win, but I do enjoy playing. So I love the chess set. I brought it out of retirement because it sort of sets the scene on my demonstration area. So if you're looking for a chess set, then that's the one. Next item in the carousel, I'm going to come back to me. We said earlier that basically I have, okay, this is what I look like normally. Okay, I've got a behind me, I've got a photography backdrop. I went to Amazon, I typed in photography backdrop. It was dispatched within 24 hours because that's the way Amazon works. And I now use it in my shows. And I've set up my camera so that when I zoom in twice and I go to 78 degrees, it does sort of look like I have got a brick wall behind me. So this is the important part. This is why. When you're on a Zoom call, you're one of many. The way to stand out is to have a decent camera like the Brio and to have a decent backdrop. You don't want any distractions. That's why that I've gone from my full office to this, because there are no distractions. I'm talking to you and you know I'm not distracted. I'm talking directly to you. Okay, just to go back to that shot for a moment again. There are, and I'm not putting anybody down here, but there are software houses that say that you don't actually need a green screen. They are predominantly the people who produce background software. I'm here to tell you, if you don't have a green screen, I do have a green screen behind me, it's just hiding. If you don't have a green screen, then it will be okay. Doing the background move will be okay. But you may end up with, that's too far. That's better. There, right? You may end up with your hair blowing and a line around your head if you don't have a green screen. I'm suggesting that you do need a green screen to be near perfect. Without a green screen, okay, but you run the risk of people saying, "You're using a green screen, aren't you?" To which you've got to reply, "Yes, I am." If you have a green screen, then they won't ask you that question. Okay, and I'm just going through the carousel. I'm looking for things on with good prices today. And right, okay. Now, the next item in the carousel is the Echo Dot. Alexa, what is the temperature today?
At the moment, it's 27 degrees Celsius. Tonight, you can expect a low of 15 degrees.
Shall we prove that? Out there, it's 27 degrees. There is a gentle breeze. That's what you just said. I can agree with that. There's somebody walking about in the garden. It is a balmy day. The skies are clouded over. We're hoping the sun returns tomorrow. But that's the first use of Alexa. So I can say, come back to me, we've got 4 Alexas. Yeah. Alexa, will it rain today?
No rain is expected tonight.
Good. Which means that we can sit outside to eat. Okay, because it's 27 degrees. You're not going to sit inside, you're going to sit outside. In terms of learning, this is where Alexa comes into her own. Alexa, what is the capital of Brazil?
The capital of Brazil is Brasilia.
Alexa, what is the population of Brasilia?
In 2020, the population of Brasilia was 3.06 million people.
Alexa, what is the language spoken in Brazil?
The official language of Brazil is Portuguese.
Right, now,
However, English, German, Spanish, Japanese, and Italian are also spoken.
Alexa is a source of knowledge. Yeah, you can ask Alexa any question. Alexa, stop. She doesn't mind you telling her to stop. But we've got 4 Alexas in 4 different rooms. Music flows from one room to another. And if we've got a question, if we're watching something on Amazon Prime, of course we do, then and a question comes up, we can say, Alexa, please, can you tell? Well, you get the idea. Font of knowledge. I use Alexa for setting timers for cooking. Obviously, wake up alarm in the morning, alarm if you're doing anything during the day, and also to actually control smart devices. Alexa controls our TV. Absolutely brilliant. So if I say Alexa, or if I say Alexa, play Sky News, she does. Okay, I've got to be careful there, otherwise she'll be turning the television on and everything. Okay, and so that's Alexa. Today, Alexa, I think they said she's on offer. Alexa is on offer today for $19.99, which is 60% off. So it's a deep discount today for Alexa. For $20, you're getting
$79.81.
Okay, Alexa, stop. For $20, you're getting access to the knowledge bases on Wikipedia and newspapers from around the world. Alexa, what are the headlines in The Guardian today?
From The Guardian, Ukrainian strike on Russian-held town attributed to US-supplied missile.
Alexa, stop.
Several people.
Okay, so you've got access to news, you've got access to everything just for $20. You just plug it into your Wi-Fi network and it works. You download the app, yeah. You log in using your Amazon credentials. You hook up any apps you want, Spotify, anything that you want. You could play Spotify in every room in the house for $20. I'm just saying it is probably one of the best bargains on Amazon today. And better than that, it's an Amazon product. Okay, now the next item is also a deal of the day. And wow. Okay, I'm going to take this microphone off. I forgot I had it on. Just give me a second. Let me take the microphone off. Okay, so the lapel microphone, it might come up in the carousel in a moment. What I'm going to do, I'm going to attempt, this is my 3rd show today on Amazon Live. I'm going to collapse in a heap in the garden at the end of the show. I'll be back again tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern, I think. No, 6 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. What's one of the advantages of living in the UK? It's a 5-hour time difference. I can go live at 11, which is your 6 o'clock, and it works for me. Let's put that back over there. We might need it in a minute. So next item is here, and it's this, AfterShokz. Okay, now we use headphones indoors and outdoors. When you're outdoors, you want a set of headphones which are, first of all, stylish. Okay, now I chose this color on purpose. I chose this to stand out, but these are AfterShokz earbuds. They go over your ears like that. Simple and straightforward. They don't go in your ear canal, so they're not going to irritate you. They're headphones. They go over your ear, which is the main thing. Now, the thing is, the sound then travels through your skull, bone conduction, and it's not hi-fi, but it is good quality. And if you're out walking, jogging, running or cycling, this is a deal of the day, a price not to be beaten. Yeah, these headphones are pretty darn good. I know that's not a real appraisal, but you can make and take phone calls using these headphones. You can listen to Amazon Music. You can listen to your favorite podcasts while you're out and about. There is a safety feature here because they're not in your ears, which means that you can talk and turn and talk to the person next to you, and you can hear them. You can hear the traffic all around you. You can hear a cyclist coming up behind you. We live in Britain, and these are waterproof. These are a godsend. When we go out for a walk, and we go out to National Trust, yeah, we go out walking at the weekend. We go walking mile, and mile. I take these headphones with me, but I also take let's stay with this. These are just perfect. You can pair it with your mobile phone. You just turn Bluetooth on. Go and look for Aftershocks, press the button, and anything that's playing on here, redirected to the here, and straightforward, simple to do. So if you start Amazon Music or start your podcast, you will hear it here. You're carrying your phone with you. Okay, you can stop and start. You can skip to the next track. You've got total control. You can go volume up, volume down. You can take and you can make phone calls. It's got voice dial. And the thing about these headphones is that they are so comfortable. Yeah, I forget I'm wearing them. You may see me in the next shot. I'll still be wearing them because I've forgotten they're so light. They are totally waterproof, which is necessary in the UK. High quality construction. If you click link in the carousel, you'll get the price. If you buy, you don't have to buy. But if you click link in the carousel, you'll get to find out more about these wonderful headphones, Aftershocks, and it is $55.95. It is 30% off. If you've got any questions about the Aftershocks, then please do ask. Yeah, for me, I love them. I mean, I wear these most days. Charging, basically, if I go here, he said, and I can separate them. Charging is USB-C, and this is not going to work, is it? Because I got the wrong way up. Just give me a second. Talk amongst yourselves. Yeah, charging is USB-C. Charge overnight, and you're ready for a couple of days usage. Different colors than blue available. You can take your choice. There are different styles of headphones you can choose. Aftershocks have got a full range. We went to a running exhibition in Farnborough about a month ago, and Aftershocks had a stand there, and they had some high quality headphones there. I just love these. Angelica's got a set too, which shows they are beautiful headphones, and Aftershocks for the win, really. Let's put them. Let's be tidy. I'm trying to be tidy today. So let's put them back in their case. They come in. They come in. It doesn't want to play. Hang on. What have I done? Just talk amongst yourselves again. Okay. I'm in too much for a rush. Hang on. It's so easy to actually put it back in its case. Okay. Aftershocks. Carrying case can go into your rucksack, and you can take them anywhere. And Aftershocks. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's carry on with the carousel. Thank you for watching me live. I do appreciate it. And I want to say thank you to Corinda and Monty for the comments earlier. And if you've got a question and you put it on Amazon, I can share your comments on screen in my BeLive studio. I'm broadcasting today on, just wait for it. I'm broadcasting on BeLive. That's the symbol. I work for BeLive. This is my broadcast. Thank you to Monty and to Corinda. And if you've got questions, if you don't ask me a question now, come back tomorrow and ask me a question tomorrow. Do your research today and come back tomorrow. Right. Now, the next thing, I'm going to go here and go here and go here. Okay. I'm going to my desktop and I just need to clear myself a bit of space. So forgive me for a moment. Just checking. This here is down in the carousel now. This is the Anker 4-way USB hub. And if I just make sure you can see it, what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to zoom in. This is an acid test. Okay, I'm going to zoom in and let's just see if we can do this. This is the Oswalt Tiny camera and I'm going to zoom in. This is magical. Because you can see that now. You can see my hand and you can see the 4-way USB unit that's down in the carousel, and this is actually in use. So what we've got here is, I mean, this is a rant of mine. If you buy a new computer, be it PC or Mac, There are never enough USB sockets, A or C, in your computer. You need an external bank, and this is the Anker 4-way USB, which is down the carousel. It's on discount today. It's $11.99. It's 30% off. And this allows me to actually connect 2 cameras and 2 microphones to my computer, which is a Microsoft Surface Book 2. And the brilliance of this, is that it works as though, it does work as though it was actually plugged directly into the computer. Okay, it works as though it was plugged directly into the computer. Okay, let's go back to the original shot. And this is the beauty of the OBSBot. We can zoom in and out whilst we're live. Okay, so that is a small widget. It's great to have it in your toolkit. It's $11.99. It's 33% off. Okay, now if we go there again, I might be able to do this, I might not. No, I'm not. Okay, let me just go on for a second. I'm looking for something that has a discount on it. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to go here. I'm going to tell you a couple of stories. Going back to the same shot, and in this time I will go picture in picture. Yeah. I'm going to set this up so I can go picture in picture so that you can see me. I'm going to shrink myself. Just give me a second to shrink. Okay, and we're going to go here and I am going to shrink. Okay. Now I need to apply that. Okay, we can't control the internet that comes into our building other than by changing supplier. Yeah, the speed of the internet we can control by changing supplier. Once the internet is into our house or office, then we need to distribute it throughout the whole of the office or home. I use the TP-Link Deco, which is down in the carousel at the moment. It is, let's go here, it is $129.99, which is 13% off. Okay, so this is a TP-Link Deco. Basically, this is, I had a problem. We used to have plugs that we plugged into the power to conduct the internet, and one of those broke, and I had to look for a new system. And this is the one I found, the TP-Link Deco. And this is controlling this broadcast today. You're actually watching me broadcast via Wi-Fi out to Amazon Live using this unit. This unit is switched on and powered. When you buy it, you get 3 of these units, as you can see down in the carousel. The 3 of these included in the price. You take the first unit and you plug it into your router. Okay, step 1. You then plug it into your power, you switch it on. It will then automatically pair with your router. You don't need to do anything. You then download the software for the TP-Link Deco. You're given a link to do it onto your iPhone or your Android phone. And with the software, you can continue the setup and you can set a master password and a guest password. Quite simple to do. Having set the first unit up, you then take the second unit into another room, plug it into the power, switch it on, that's it. And the first unit connects to the second unit, don't need to do anything. You then take the third unit and go into another room, plug it in, switch it on, and then you've got 3 units all talking to each other in different places within your building. That's it. I've been using this, and Angelica uses this. Angelica is teaching at the moment. I am broadcasting to you live on Amazon. It's handling the load, it's distributing it throughout our home, to our offices, and it's working perfectly. It has since the day we got it. We've not had any problems with it at all. And I was asked if I switch this around. Okay, let's go here. I'm trying to switch something. It may or may not work. Let's go for working. Okay, when my good friend Peter Stewart, who lives in Aberdeen, was looking for a Wi-Fi solution. He lives in Aberdeen in Scotland. His office is a garage extension, which means he's got a brick wall between him and his computer. And he was going to lay a cat cable, but that is intrusive because you've got to drill through a brick wall, then you've got to drill through walls in the house. Messy. So he said to me, do you recommend a Wi-Fi system I can use without putting wiring in? And I'd been using the TP-Link Deco 9 months at that point. And I said to Peter, if you take the TP-Link Deco from Amazon, it will simply work. I was so confident. Yeah. So Pete and I have known each other for 6 years. We broadcast together every Thursday. And he said, right, okay. So he went to Amazon. Of course, being Amazon, the TP-Link Decos were delivered the following day. And Peter phoned me later in the day and he said, I took your advice. I ordered the TP-Link Deco. It arrived the day after I'd ordered it on time. I unpacked it and I did exactly what you said and set it up. I think within half an hour, I had a working network. He said, and I quote, TP-Link Deco is the best thing I have bought in 2021. So I've not heard a word since. So we do think, the two of us, that TP-Link Deco is a reliable networking solution that just simply works out the box and is so easy to set up. So you've got 2 votes for the TP-Link Deco, and it is on offer today. It is 13% off. Okay, now the next thing that I'm going to look at is, if you've got any questions, please do ask. Okay, I'm going towards the end of here. Okay, so I'm going to go back and come to here. Okay, I'm just going to chill for a moment. Hopefully, I'm just going to chill. Okay, Amazon Live is a brilliant resource. There are over 2,000 of us actually broadcasting in Amazon Live. You can create your own Amazon Live channel simply by following people. That is a win-win situation. If you follow somebody, Amazon sees that and Amazon is happy. The person you follow is happy. And you can create your own Amazon Live TV channel simply by following people. All you need to do, you don't have to do it here, but I'm talking about in general. I follow about 250 Amazon Live broadcasters. I learn every time I do. People have got different ways of presenting, and we've all got different expertise. Earlier, Monty joined us. Monty is one of the top broadcasters on Amazon Live, and he dropped by simply as part of the Amazon Live family to say hello. Yeah, we're family. We help and support each other. And you can support us as well. All you need to do is press the follow button, because that's a win-win situation. You're building your own Amazon Live channel. If you press the following button up above, you'll see everybody you followed. As I say, I followed over 250 people just simply because I can. And I learn every time I watch somebody broadcasting live, I learn. Yeah, and I adapt. I saw my good friend Grant Saunders. I'm not sure whether I've got Grant's photograph in the carousel or not. Just a minute. Just let me go down here. Now, my good friend at Belive told me I had too much in my carousel, so I zapped my carousel. Okay, so I can't show you the picture I was going to show you, but Grant had a brick wall. I thought that's a darn good idea, so I got my own brick wall. We all help and we copy off each other and we help each other, and there's no side. We're here to actually help and support, and it is a community, and we have 3 groups on Facebook which people join and they get help and support in there. Amazon Live helpers. So it's a win-win situation as far as Amazon is concerned. I'm just going to go over to the page here, and it shows that I'm currently been still talking about the okay, it's just It's a blast actually broadcasting in Amazon Live. If you think that you'd like to be this side of the camera, then please do message me, and I'll do my best to actually help you get this side of the camera, because it's a blast, and it is a good place to be. So just a reminder, this is Lights Camera Action with Stephen Healy broadcasting live, and I'm just going to do a reprise of everything that's in the carousel that we've spoken about. So let's go with 10 in 10. So we're going to talk about 10 different items down the carousel, all of which have appeared in this live broadcast. As I said, this is my third live broadcast today on Amazon Live. I totally enjoy being here. I'll be back tomorrow at 6 a.m. Eastern. We've looked at the Obswat Tiny, and this is an Obswat Tiny. This is it. Okay, that's the camera. Brilliant camera. It is 26% off today, and I've got two Obswats. I've got the Obswat you're looking at now. I've got the Obswat 4K. They are brilliant cameras to work with. They've got 3 preset positions and also AI tracking software, which means that they can follow you about. Okay, and as far as the 3 positions are concerned, if I go here, then it can go to the garden. If I go here, then it can come to me. And if I go back to the desktop, that's the shot I wanted. Okay, the next item we talked about was the Samsung Galaxy S22, which is here. Okay, this is a Samsung Galaxy S22. Now, I could basically tell you a lot about it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change screen. Okay, and I'm going to bring that screen up. I'm just going to quick rewind, and these are images. Just a minute. These are photographs taken with the Samsung Galaxy S22 as I put it back on its stand. So the first photograph that was taken is this one, which is the device's Crema, which is where we sit down and watch the wildfowl. It's in the center of town. It's man-made, and it's one of the photographs. These are my best photographs of July, by the way. I took these with the Samsung Galaxy. The next photograph is the high street leading into Devizes. I like the cars on the left and the goods on the right, and this road leads directly into the town centre. Let me take that logo off because it's actually in the way. Well, it never, Belive's never in the way, but it is in the way at the moment. And the next photograph, the Samsung Galaxy S22 can do night photography or nightography, and this was taken at 11 p.m. at night. Now, as you can see, there are only 4 small lights on the panel there, but the whole, I couldn't see a thing. I could not see a single thing. The camera did though, and the camera produced this shot. So we're looking at shots taken by the Samsung Galaxy camera. Okay, and then this is the town center Baton Relay going all the way around Devizes and going over to Stonehenge. And this is one of the Shire horses that took the athletes from our marketplace in Devizes, and I've jazzed it up a bit. There you are. But those photographs were all taken using the Samsung Galaxy S22, which is down the carousel. We talked about the fact that I was asked earlier, I was asked this morning, which seems a while ago, which case I got for my Samsung Galaxy. This case goes for the Samsung Galaxy S22. I think if you check the list for compatibility, this case will also go with the iPhone 12 and iPhone 13. But do click the link. It is $12.79, which is 20% off today. Okay, so I'll put that back on its stand. All good. Now, oh no, I need that again. Okay. The thing about this phone, this beautiful phone, is it's 6.8 inches deep, which means that if you put it in your jeans pocket, you know it's there. So I decide if I put it in my shorts, I'm worried that it's actually going to fall out if I have to run. or jog, this would fall out of my pocket. You can't have that. No way. Not this phone. So down in the carousel at the moment, you can see my solution that I chose. Now there is a story behind this. This is a case which fastens onto your jeans belt. Okay, basically you put your belt through the loop. I'm trying to get the angle right. Just a minute. What's going on here? Right, okay, getting tired. You put your belt through the loop there, and you can then put your phone inside. You've got a magnetic cover. Your phone goes inside. It's on your belt, and you just walk around, and it's not in your pocket. You're not going to lose it. It is sturdy. It is safe, totally safe. It is waterproof. Yeah. This is made out of one piece of leather. The gentleman who designed it went to work in Paris, realized he could actually do phone cases better than anybody else. And I've got to say that he does. This is down in the carousel at the moment. It will take, obviously, a Samsung S22, which is what I got it for. All you need to do is take the phone and put the phone into the case, like so. Push down. There's the phone in the case. That's it. Done in seconds. And it comes out in seconds as well. So that's down in the carousel. And it's my recommendation that if you've got a larger phone, then do look for your man. This is an ideal present. I'm going to get in hot water if I'm not careful. This is a unisex, genuine leather, mobile phone pouch that works with larger Samsung phones and larger iPhones. And click the link in the carousel to find out more. The next thing we looked at, going here, is we did look at the fact that this beautiful phone and its beautiful case is actually on this Lamicall stand, which is down in the carousel. And this was supplied by Lamicall, so thank you. This now, when we sat out at lunchtime, I got my phone on there, and I can just use the S Pen from my phone, and I can scroll and I can read with ease. So no more holding my phone. It's actually in this now. As far as this is concerned, if I turn it sideways, you can have it straight like that, or you can angle it like that. Remember, I'm doing this left-handed. You can pull it down, or you can push it up. Okay, so it's down in the carousel. It's $19.99, which is 23% off today. Okay, and your phone, quite simply, even when its case goes in there, and it is totally safe. We talked about, I think we talked about Fitbit Inspire 2. If we didn't, I think it might have been on an earlier show. I stay fit using the Fitbit Inspire 2. I try and do 8,000 steps a day using the Fitbit Inspire 2. It is basically my go-to fitness device. I just wear it, put it on in the morning, take it off at night, and it measures my steps during the day. Fitbit are owned by Google. There is a Fitbit.com website which you can go to for free. It's not subscription, it's just buy it once, use it as many times as you want. Everything on the website is free, including community with weekly challenges, weekday challenge, weekend challenge, including a weight diary, including a food diary, including how many steps you've done today, this week, this month, this year, a full tracking system, all for free. If you buy the Fitbit, which is down in the carousel, it is $66.19, which is 33% off today. We looked at, and you're looking at now, a Logitech Brio camera, 12,087 4.5-star likes. It's $143.85. It is 28% off today. We've looked at both OBSBot cameras. We did a full demonstration. OBSBot Tiny, 35% off today, which is obviously an Amazon Prime price. And Logitech C920X, we haven't talked about in this session. I'll talk about it tomorrow. Ugreen recharger for your Samsung. We talked about how important it is to charge your phone quickly. The phone comes with a USB-C to USB-C cable. If you want to charge your phone quickly, just get the plug that's down the carousel at the moment. If you've got a smart mobile phone, one of the more recent ones, it won't have an audio jack. Solution is to get the unit that's down the carousel at $7.18, which is 20% off, and that will allow you to use your 3.5mm audio jack from your lapel microphone, say, on your mobile phone. Logitech Litra Lite has been lighting me all day, and it is a very good light, which I'll talk about tomorrow. We've looked at, one of the great stars of today has been the phone tripod here, which is down the carousel. It's 16% off, it's $15.15, and it simply allows you to have your camera or mobile phone on a tripod at eye level, which means you can make great contact. Also, while we're here, I explained this Greek chess set is very dear to me. It came from Cyprus. It's now available on Amazon, which surprised me somewhat because I bought it 22 years ago, but it's still one of the best chess sets around. We talked about backdrops, photography backdrops, and using a photography backdrop to actually improve your Zoom calls. Okay. We talked about Fovitec reversible green screen, which is down the carousel. Software houses say you don't need a green screen to use background removal software. I'm going to say, okay, you don't. But if you want near perfect results, you do need a green screen. Now, the Fovitec green screen is down the carousel. It is incredibly useful. It is behind me. You can see it. If I go like this, you can see it's covered up, but that is most definitely a photography backdrop. And I've got plans using those. Let's come back to me. So photography backdrop can change the way you look on Zoom, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Just saying. Okay, microphones we haven't spoken much about, but I'm just going to go over the microphone you've been listening to throughout this broadcast. Is very shy, but I think I might entice. This is the Elgato Wave 3 microphone that you've been listening to. And if you like the sound of this, then click the link in the carousel. Today, it is 20% off. You don't often see this microphone on discount. It's 20% off today, 119. You've actually been listening to it, which is the best guarantee that you can have that this is good quality sound. It is about, it's about a meter away from me. It's pointing towards me. It's very stylish. It's reasonably heavy. Okay. It has an input for previewing, so you can plug your headphones in, you can preview the sound. It has a gain control, so you can actually increase and decrease the volume. Okay, I've got it on 3. Okay, so that's the microphone that I've been using today. And I'm just coming up here. And okay, so we're going through the items that I've been talking about today. And I'm just coming up. I also use the Audio Technica microphone. I'll include that in tomorrow's Prime broadcast. And finally, not finally, but we talked about this earlier. We talked about how to plug your lapel microphone into your smart mobile phone and the fact it's not got a socket. We solved that one. But if you're going out and you're using, let's just take the stage to bits. If you're using a mobile phone, like this one, which was safely ensconced in that holder, great for iPhones, great for Samsung phones. If you're using this and you're taking mobile video, we've already seen how steady this is. This has got a built-in stabilizer. This is Samsung Galaxy 22 Ultra, which is first item in the carousel. It's got a good internal microphone, but it's not as good as, he's being honest here, to get the best sound. And you want the best sound. If you're recording video to go on YouTube, you want the best sound, which means you need a lapel microphone. Now, I was given a choice. I could either get a new Bluetooth microphone or I could use my trusted microphone. So this is my favorite lapel microphone, and it's down in the carousel at the moment, and it's very, very simple. You just plug it onto your clothing like so, and then this has now got a USB-C, yeah, and the other end of it, USB-C wise, you can just plug it into your phone, and now you've got external microphone working better than internal microphone. It cuts that out until you actually remove it. You're now getting high quality sound because the first voice that is heard is your voice, yeah, not the background noise that goes into the background. You're the first thing to be heard. And if you're repurposing your videos on YouTube or anywhere for that matter, good sound, the lapel microphone with the widget that's down the carousel will give you the ability. I mean, I've got videos on YouTube, visits to Stonehenge, visits to Avebury, visits to Salisbury, and because they're good quality, because they have good sound, people actually come to actually listen and watch. Yeah, every single week somebody watches one of my travel videos on YouTube, and that's because I have got an external microphone. Okay, we talked about the Echo Dot. Alexa, good night.
Sleep well.
I know she's kind. I know it's not
Welcome
bedtime.
to Sleep Sounds. Which sound would you
Alexa,
like?
sound. Alexa, stop. Okay, but Alexa, this is the bar. My bargain.
Ocean.
Alexa, stop. You've got to be firm with Alexa. Echo Dot, 4th generation. I've got a 3rd generation, as you can see here. She's just been speaking to us. That's her Nextler TP-Link Echo. Ever so useful. $19. Going to come back to me. $19 is an excellent price. That's all I'm going to say. We looked at the Aftershokz headphones, which are on a deal of the day, and they are 30% off, $55.95. And the other thing that we looked at, also possibly, are there any more deals left? No, I haven't any more deals left. Right. I've enjoyed your company today. Thank you for joining me live. I've run out of deals of the day. This has been my 3rd Amazon Live broadcast day. I've totally enjoyed being with you. I've enjoyed being joined by Corinda, by Monty, and by every one of you. This has been Stephen in Wiltshire in England saying thank you for spending part of your day with me. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. I hope to see you again soon. I'm live. You catch me tomorrow if you come to Amazon. Enjoy shopping Amazon, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.